Well, I wish I had to tell you about this under different circumstances, but I guess we're working with what we have, am I right? I am sick. Oh, look at this beautiful face. He doesn't even know that his sickness is gonna get a lot worse. Do you feel the spirit of Eloise now? Anyway, let's do it in chronological way. I'm not Chris Nolan, right? Hey guys, Nick here. Not sure if you noticed, but I sort of disappeared for a couple of months. It was kind of like... I'm still within schedule, it's all good. Okay, this is getting out of hand. Gotta get back on track before it's too late. I might have to explain this. This is not looking good. Okay, I'll definitely have to explain this. Should I really come back at this point? It's not like some kind of toxic relationship where I have to come up with excuses for why I have not posted anything in the last couple of months. The problem is, I knew this is going to happen sooner or later. You see, I have this rather unpleasant genetic autoimmune condition called Ankylosing Spondylitis. When it's that many syllables, you know it's not good. Some people already got all the information they need to understand my situation, and for everyone else, I got a sketch. Hey, you!
Can I...
I'm the sheriff of these lands. State your business or get it.
Are you serious?
Look at this. You're not fooling me. Where's the rest of you?
What in the hell are you talking about?
Stop! 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 What the hell are you doing? Didn't like that, did you? Now go and tell the rest of you that, you know, it's on. Yeah, it's on. What in the... How did... Hey, Brain!
Yes. Sorry about that. He's special.
Yeah, I noticed. Can you do anything about this?
Actually, I might have something.
Look, take this. This is for the pain. Although, you know what? Just, here's a whole bottle. Take it when he comes back. Sounds good?
Oh, thank you. That's actually very...
Wait! What do you mean by when he comes back? Well, if he does that again, you just take the pill for the pain.
What?
Why does he have to come back? Can you stop him from coming back? I mean, it's kind of your thing.
Oh. No.
Why not? I don't know, all right? I didn't make him like that. And it's not like I can just let him go. We kind of need him for other stuff, actually. He's a useful guy. Great. So what would you have me do then? You know what? Try moving a bit more. If you look busy, I'm almost certain he's going to stay away.
Almost certain, right?
Well, I'm not a psychic, am I? If that's not going to work, that's what the pills are for. Do you at least, like, know what makes him like that? Oh, yes, I have a list. Here, take a look. It's quite boring, though. I stopped reading after page, like, 7. Don't get too cold or too hot. Don't get sick. No smoking, no alcohol. This is a long list. Yeah, I know. Basically, he may not like you or what you're doing at any time, any day, for any reason at all. So there's that. But hey, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I'm amazing. I'm amazing. All right, let's abandon the metaphor. In the nutshell, my immune system is attacking cartilage in my body, mostly in my spine and adjacent joints like pelvis, hips, shoulders. I was first diagnosed when I was like 20, 21, something like that. I'm not exactly certain because, well, let's just say when a 20-year-old goes to a doctor with a back pain and a hip pain, ankylosing spondylitis is usually not the first thing doctors think about. Among the things that my doctor did first when I was freshly diagnosed was giving me a list of things that I shouldn't be doing. It was not a super strict list. It was just a very long list of boring things that most people should be doing anyway if they want to maintain a healthy lifestyle, like no alcohol, no smoking, no drugs, exercises, good nutrition, healthy foods. And I also should be careful and not get sick because, well, it's autoimmune, so my immune system is kind of compromised anyway. So nothing too extreme, but have you ever seen a 20-year-old who's excited to hear something like this? But also, in my case, I'm sorry, by the way, if I'm getting a little bit too personal here, but you see, my dad left the family when I was 9, and I had to live with my mum and my little sister. And if you had similar experience, please back me up in the comments, but when you have to support your mum and also be like, well, not like a father to your little sister, but at least like a disciplinarian of some sort, you learn about the responsibilities a lot quicker. In general, you tend to grow up a bit quicker than you otherwise could. So there I was in that doctor's office thinking that This disease is here to take the rest of my youth away. I was 21, I was in a band. I really did not have being a responsible adult on my to-do list. And now, no alcohol, no smoking, exercises, no junk food, and tons of meds. Don't get me wrong, I do all that now, but I'm 29 now. It's about goddamn time.
So, what do I do? Well, first of all, I take tons of meds.
Doctors call it long-term treatment, which basically means take it until it stops working or until you die. It slows down the ongoing inflammation of the joints and helps with morning stiffness. We'll get to that later. Another thing I need on a regular basis is exercise, mobility, resistance, stretching, all kinds of stuff. Nick from the past can tell you more. This is a great moment for me to look back at the first video I made about Canada. I said there that Edmonton feels like about 10 degrees warmer than Moscow, even though they have like almost the same latitude. And I can confirm that right now. The temperature in Edmonton right now is +2 degrees, and it feels very warm. Like if I was in Moscow right now, it was 2 degrees Celsius, I'd be dying. I'm wildly underdressed for +2 degrees Celsius in Moscow. But in Edmonton right now, I don't even have to zip up my jacket. Like I feel very comfortable. But let's get back to the topic of exercises. I go to the gym 3 times a week. In fact, I'm going to the gym right now. Do you think I do that to build muscle? No, I wish. I've tried to build some muscle for a couple of years despite my condition, but although the resistance training itself is not only not prohibited but highly recommended in my case, but because of the fact that high intensity training is not really recommended, and also because of the fact that I'm on a lot of meds, a lot of pressure, and quite a lot of pain regularly, my progress is very, very slow. If you go to the gym regularly and you see a guy who got into a really good shape in a very short time, usually people say, oh, it's good genetics, you know, good genetics. I'm the opposite of that. I have the worst genetics you could think about. But enough about that. Let me show you what my morning routine looks like. Good morning. I just woke up. It's 8 a.m. Well, 8:03. Let's see what's going on outside. A typical fall Sunday. I usually feel pain right away when I wake up. I don't feel anything now, which is a good thing. But let me kind of put you right here. Okay, it's happening. It is happening. Okay. Where's the mic? Hello. So what I usually do first thing I wake up is kind of... You don't see what I'm doing, obviously, because I'm under the blanket, but this is a weird experience, I think, for both of us right now. If you go to the gym, you know that, well, you're supposed to do like a warm-up. Well, this is my pre-warm-up. I just try to kind of move a little bit in my bed, because after that I'm going to have to fall to the ground and actually do some kind of morning exercises, you know, mobility and all that kind of stuff. I imagine some of you want to ask, Nick, do you really do this every single day? Yes, I have been doing this every single day for years now, because if I don't, I feel very sore, and I'm speaking from experience. And I don't like that at all. Okay. Let me actually bring some light into my place so you can see me better. Number one symptom of the disease that I have is morning stiffness. And I'm actually glad today my morning stiffness is about average. Like, it could be worse some days. It could be a little bit better. Some mornings I wake up and I can just walk normally like a human being, which is really surprising and very scary for me at times. I don't know if you have that feeling, but if you have a pain in your body somewhere most of the time, and then one morning you wake up and you can just do whatever you want, it feels like something is off. But today I'm pretty stiff. I'm going to show you how I'm walking most of the mornings. I feel that I'm almost like unbendable. Is that even a word? I don't know. First exercises that I do each morning are usually the most painful ones. And this is the time when I like moan and grunt and curse and hate my life the most. But then in the course of like 10 to 15 minutes, the pain just magically goes away. And I live a normal life like a human being. But just so your mood doesn't drop too much, because of contemplating this, you know? I will mute the sound and talk about something else while I'm doing this.
What would be better than morning exercises that you wish you didn't have to do? That's almost 200 hours a year. 200 hours you could have spent sleeping, drinking coffee, learning new things. But nature had other plans. Just accept it and remember, someone does that willingly, for fun. At least you're not that crazy.
EMS in the morning is a good reminder for me, especially that someone has it worse. It's 8:30 now. It usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to do the whole thing. But now, since I was doing this and the light and everything, it took me a little bit more, but let's see if I can walk normally right now. Okay, it's a little better. And it's going to be even better in about an hour. Well, this was Morning Nick. I hope you enjoyed this.
The good news is, with all the ongoing treatment, plus the fact that I was diagnosed early, my disease is now well controlled, meaning 90% of the time I can live life like a regular human being. I still have some morning stiffness and a little bit of pain in the background, but honestly, if that was it, that wouldn't even be that bad. Some pills and exercises and you're mostly fine. That sounds like a minor issue to me, but there is
one more thing.
Every once in a while, I experience horrible flare-ups of my joints, mostly legs and the spine. When it happens, I can't walk normally. Even standing up could be difficult at times. These flare-ups come randomly, usually a couple of times throughout the year, and there is absolutely no way to predict or prevent them. They can last for days, weeks, even months. And to shorten their duration, you have to see a rheumatologist. But the wait can also be weeks and months. And this, I think, is a great moment to compare the healthcare in Canada, where I live right now, to healthcare in Russia, where I was diagnosed and had been treated until I got here. So in Russia, everyone has what is called a mandatory medical insurance. It's free for all citizens, and you can use it at any government clinic or hospital. The equipment is most likely going to be old, very often it doesn't work, and the wait time for almost anything more complicated than a basic blood test is ridiculously long. But hey, we also have private clinics and private labs. You can do it quicker with better equipment, but you gotta pay for it. But hey, if you're fine with waiting a little bit longer, you can get treatment for free. Universal healthcare in Russia covers almost everything except for meds. There's no such thing as like private medical insurance like Blue Cross or Anthem in Russia. But meds are very cheap in Russia, a lot cheaper than in Canada. That's maybe changing now, but when I was in Russia, my meds for AS were like at least 60% more affordable than in Canada. Okay, I'm drifting away from the subject again. So about 2 months ago, I was planning to make a video about Russian stereotypes when this guy DM'd me on Instagram and asked me if I want to be a guest on his podcast about immigration. What fun! We talked about my journey, some stereotypes, my accent. I was very nervous, and honestly, I don't think I did very well, but he liked it. I was going to make a video about that experience because we also talked about Russian stereotypes, and I was making a video about that at the time, but then I got a flare-up, and it lasted for a while. After it was gone, I had to return to my normal schedule. That took a while. I'm also not sure if I mentioned this before, but I have 2 jobs, so I had to fix some absence issues there too. But this is what happened, and this is why I was away for such a long time. And it can easily happen again.
It can easily happen again.
Well, guess who was right again?
So here's what happened. I had a flare-up that lasted for about a week and a half. It pulled me out of my routine, and I spent another week catching up with things. While I was doing that, I was also making this video. I filmed almost everything I wanted to share with you, except for the sketch that I wanted to do for some unknown reason. Then I had to pause it because I went to Fort Mac for a week. I filmed some stuff there as well. I'll definitely make a video about that too. A couple of days after I came back, I got sick. And then shortly after that, I got another flare-up. Because of course, right? Of course. Why not? It was longer. It was more painful. So in my head, I was like, something's not right. It's getting worse. It's supposed to go into a different direction. I might be panicking for no reason also because I feel much better now. but this happened to me before, and I can also predict many people with AS in the comments sharing their story of jumping from one treatment plan to another because the previous one just doesn't work anymore. I had some tests, more in the way, including appointments with physical therapy, occupational therapy. It's almost like I had so much free time and the universe was like, I know exactly how to fill that void. So yeah, as of now, I have no idea what's going to happen next. I'm being cautiously optimistic. Hopefully it was just a glitch in the matrix. I guess we'll see. Am I forgetting something? Oh, the hair. This is the second time in my life I decided to cut my own hair. I think it's a great skill to learn in general, but it's especially useful if at times you don't have a physical capacity to go to like a hair salon or barbershop. What do you think? Before I wrap it up, I just want to thank you again. I'm surprised you didn't unfollow after almost 3 months of radio silence. I don't even know why people would like my content, to be honest. I just do it because I hope it might help somebody realize that they're not alone in their struggle, and it also helps me feel that I'm not alone in mine. I know it's not the end of the world, and with the right treatment I can live a long, almost healthy life, but I just wanted to whine a little bit. I hope that's okay. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Leave a like if you did. I already have a few videos planned out, but if you have any ideas or questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
How did you recognize that the apartment was in Edmonton, Mr. Holmes? Easy. Oilers bag. I'm a sheriff of these lands. State your business or get it. What am I doing with my life?